Are Hello everyone, welcome back to a video. My name is Thart. Today video I'm gonna introduce you how to procrastinating stop procrastinating and start learning. Today lessons is very interesting. According to you have learned and you have experienced in your life, it's about procrastination, and you keep learning. How do you can start learning, keep learning, and stop your procrastination? So today lesson is one lesson of among of them that you have to learn and you have to practice in your daily life. So what can you do? Start learn with me together. But before I'm start this video, I'm gonna show you just like some tips. I think this tip is very important, and you can learn this tip with me. I hope that your English will be the perfect thing, and you can start and you not worry about yourself, and you keep learning, and you also reward yourself in your daily life. I'm gonna show you some steps to learn and some steps to stop your procrastination. And you have to recognize that what is your procrastination and what is your tips to learn with this. Okay, but before I start, I would like to say a great welcome to all of you, and yeah, this would like say hi and how are you today and how's your day going? Is it great or bad? Is it awesome or is it terrible? So nice from Laos, venerable Vipassana. Okay, nice from Bangkok. Now I am in Bangkok. Yeah, actually, I live in Cambodia. I'm from Cambodia originally, but I stay in Thailand and learn English and also learn at university. And say nice for all of you that support me to keep listening to my live video. I'm really happy to do that work, and maybe for only this day, I think that task are very important and very crucial for all of you to learn English and practice listening in English. It's nice that, and most of people then we learn English didn't have no way to learn. Sometimes I know way, but I don't know what you should start and what you learn and what you finish. So that's a great challenges that you have to deal with there. Okay, actually many things that you have to learn. You have a very different method and technique. So each has different technique to learn English. But for me, I have only some technique that I love. So today lessons is how to stop procrastinating and start learning. What is procrastinating and what is you can to start learning. Today lesson is great for you. You have to start learn with me. Okay. Hello, I'm from Laos. Good. For a few days, many Lao people ate me in Facebook. Maybe for yeah, I don't know, a lot of Lao people ate me. But nice, I accept all. But if somebody does not add me, you just follow me. That's a great idea, and to keep learning, and you can learn something new with me. What is my purpose in lighting video is to learn English and is to learn something new. When you learn something new in your life, so make sure that your life will be better and better. So actually each of the day I always show you something new in learning or in practicing or in the way how to practice something else. So that's the way I love, and this is my preference that I love to do it. Actually, or if you have a time, so you can keep watching this almost a day. For one day and one day from 1 hour, you can come here and listen to me and talk something else. If you have any question here, you can comment below, and nice to read it, and also I follow your question and follow your comment. It's just great. So many people are they like to be great, but I don't know the way how to be that. So here, for me, I got some tips that are very important in your life that you have to show yourself. And one more thing, if you are prefer yourself that you are a great one, so you have to think only one thing that you can do, and what is the great thing that you can do, and what is the worst that you have to stop. Today's topic is nice for you. You have to keep learning and start learning and stop your procrastination. Many people love to do procrastination, and they always in life do that task. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. Yeah, that's not a good idea. So before start, I just do something more. Yeah, hello. Where do you live? I live in Thailand now, but I'm from Cambodia originally. And Jiva, nice topic to you. Okay, good, thank you. I hope that this topic is very interesting for you, and you can keep learning. And you have to write down what is a note for me to learn, and what is a special tip for me, how to learn that and how to stop your procrastination. Okay, that is a good tip. Or if you have times, you keep watching. If you don't have time, you just go for it another day and keep it watching in another day, another time. If you don't have a time right now, because many people have a different task, each of them is a different work. So sometimes this hour they are very busy, or they are engaging in doing something else, or some people this hour they like want to do something else. That's a great idea. Actually, today lesson is how to stop your procrastination, and you have to keep learning, start learning. So before I start this lesson, I'm gonna show you a definition. What does it mean, the word procrastination? The word procrastination means you stop or delay doing something when you are bored, or is it difficult, or is it hard work, or it's not work. So that's we call procrastination. If your people do that, we call the procrastinator, and the adjective is procrastinating, and verb is procrastinate. So that word are very important to you. Why I pick out this topic, because I feel myself in my daily life also this is a weakness in my life. I feel myself I always procrastinating, so I'm a procrastinator. Because almost the time when before I start doing something, I always delay it. I think that is not a good one, so keep it in another day. I give like that is not a good idea. I think it's hard, so I'm very lazy to do it. I keep it for another day. Keep it for another day. For one more thing, like I don't like math. Yeah, math is very hard for me. So I think, math is very hard. I don't like do it, and I keep it another day and another day and another day. That's always I do that, and always like one more thing in my life, or when I think that is not important, it's just a little thing. So I keep it for another time. I think, this is not a good idea. So we keep it for another day. Maybe this hour I keep doing another thing else. So that's the reason why that most of people always procrastinated. So the question is, have you ever procrastinated? Have you ever that? Have you ever procrastinated? If you ever, you just comment yes. I'm sure 100% most of you did it. Yeah, most of you did it. Also me, I have experience. I always procrastinated. So if you ever, you just say yes. If you ever, yeah, you ever just like Kevin. Okay. Good evening, Pante. How are you? I'm great to see you, teacher. I'm great. How about you? So again, start for procrastination. The question is why? Can you answer? Why? The question is why? Why you have a procrastination? Why? You can answer by your own, but this is for my tip and know something about how to stop a procrastination and the reason why. The first one of why is because it is difficult. Do you think that it is difficult? When you think that is difficult and then you stop do it, so that's called procrastination. Can you give example by your own, like when you learn math? So math is really hard for you and for me, so I always keep procrastination. I feel like I don't know how to do it, or sometimes I don't know what can I do, or I don't know who can I ask this question, or I don't know. It's hard if you don't have no formula, or it's nothing to do in math. So here the reason why I am procrastinator. So because of it is difficult, and some people learn English. They think that English is really hard. It's very difficult for them, and they keep it. Don't learn. Keep it for another day. Keep it for another day. And or a lot more. You can give example by your own. You have to think about your life. What is difficult that you always procrastinate. And one more thing, because of it's boring. Is it boring? Or is it boring? What's kind of the boring ties? Like the grammar. I give you an example. Grammar is kind of a very boring thing in English, or the boring part in English. So when you are get bored, so you feel you keep it for another day, right? Yeah, or you keep it for another day. How about bored in life? Actually, in your life, sure, in your life you always get bored, and you feel like it's so boring, and you don't do it. You don't start do it, and you have to think, or I don't want to do it. Maybe keep for another thing, and then you get another thing. Word thing that you start doing it, and without start what you're gonna do and what is your purposes, and then you start, or like it's kind of a distraction. So because you do always care about distraction, and then you are stop, or you always keeps your procrastination. What is a distraction? And distraction are lots and lots in your life. What are there? Facebook is kind of a distraction that is always kill your procrastination. When you always get on Facebook and then you don't want to start your work, so when you don't want to start your work, so means you will become a procrastinator. You think it's hard, it's just boring, so don't do it, and then you get on Facebook. You get on Facebook and then you don't do it. That's the reason. Or another, like WhatsApp, Instagram, Line, YouTube, Google. A lot of that all ties, I think, that always destroy, or the kind of distraction. So don't do it, and keep learning, and keep learning and learning. So that's the way for you have to practice in order to stop your procrastination. And one more thing, because of a lot of work, many people have a lot of work in life, especially for someone that work outsider. They work for the teacher, Another thing, especially for the teacher. The teacher have a lot of work. He has a lot of work. When they go to school, they teach, and then they come back. They have a lot of homework. Have to correct homework, and have to leave homework. Have to leave quiz, and have to leave exercise. So there is a kind of lots of work, and many people always keep doing procrastination. So in order to do not keep doing your procrastination, you have to keep learning and try to reduce some hard work and try to reduce some lots of work. Just for less work. And sometimes because of you afraid, or afraiding also the reason, also the reason why you always are procrastinate. Yeah, procrastinate. Because you think you're afraid you cannot do it. Yeah, keep it another day, keep it another time. So, and then you don't do it. So means you are procrastinator. Don't do it. Okay, start work and start learning. So I'm gonna give you some tips in order to stop your procrastination. 3 tips for first before you start, and second when you start and when you begin, and the last is after you finished. So 3 reasons that you have to do. But what should you do before you start, and what should you do when you begin, and what should you do after you finish? So first of all, before you start, you have to give yourself time. Give yourself time. What does it mean, give yourself time? No gramming. What is no gramming? No gramming. Most people gram. So gram, what's a gram? CRAM, we call gram. So no gramming. Gram means you start doing something while you are in examination, or while you are nearly to do, or about to do, or about to take your examination. Most people do that when they have a time. They don't learn, they don't practice, they don't do anything more. But when the days next to the exam day, they always work hard. So that thing we call gram. Have you ever do that? Us, including me, sometimes. I don't like to learn before exam. But when examination day is coming, it's gonna coming, or it's about to coming, and then start a lot of working. Tonight to work a lot. Tonight I have to learn. Some people don't sleep. Yeah, some people don't sleep. They always learn before the examination day. Have you ever do that? That is what we call gram. So no gramming. Put yourself time. You have to put yourself time. You put yourself time before you start exams, or before you start doing something. So when you think about, we have 10 more days to learn, 10 more days to make a presentation. You have to learn before it about 10 days and prepare it well and practice it, train it almost the day. And then when you're doing presentation or take exam, it will good result. So you have to do it. Don't keep procrastination. That's the way for you to do. Yeah, that's the way for you to do. Or have you ever do that? You always give don't give yourself times, and you always gramming. Use always gramming. That's the kind of people usually have it. So stop, do it, and learn before you do, and before what you're gonna do. And so that's the rule for you to do it. And I hope that this region is many people face it, and many people know about yourself. Okay, one more thing is you have to set up a schedule. When we talk about the schedule, it is very important because you always have a lot of work to do and different tasks. So in order to have to know yourself about this you can do first, and this is second, and this third and fourth are different steps to do. So the best thing for you to do, like each step, you have to set up a schedule or the timetable. A very important. Like today you learn this, and another day you learn that. Learn this, that, like example. So this and that or something here is the way for you have to practice, and you have to set up first before you start. Or when you learn everyday life, or like you have to set up a think in life. This morning you learn this, and in the evening you learn this, and in the afternoon you learn this. You keep doing it, and then when the time is coming, and then you know exactly yourself, that is it very important. You have to start doing it. You start doing it. Don't think keep another times. If you mix together, it's so complicated with the timetable or the schedule this hour, and you don't do it, and you keep for it another time. So it's not successful in your life. You have to think, today you learn this in the morning, and you have to do it in the morning. And the thing that you have to do in the afternoon, you have to do it in the afternoon. The thing that you have to do in the evening, you have to do it in the evening. Or the thing that you have to set up your schedule in at night, you have to do it at night. Don't keep or one things in another times, or you or complicate it in each times. Each the morning and each something you are always so complicated. So it's a hard thing that most of people faced. A very, very challenging. Start doing and stop your procrastination. So many people face it. Okay. So second thing is start, pick up, or set up your schedule. Third, plan a little each day or for the test. Most of people try hard, and most of people they are so greedy. Do you know greedy? Greedy. Greedy. You always need a lot. Most of people like to do something a lot, but actually they cannot do it. That's the result. So stop, think about that, and just do it in a little each of the day. Just a little bit. Just do it a little bit. One thing in your life. If you are if you have more 10 days to work on examination, so you have to hard work from now on. The more 10 days work from now on. Today learn a little bit. So 10 days you learn 10 things. One day you learn one thing, and before your exam, well done, you can do it, you can work it. So that's the way for you to do. First day each think. So here's the way for you to do. Start doing little each day for the test or for the presentation. So many students always keep doing before the presentation day coming. In my university, I recognize that my students didn't prepare, and I have met one problem on that day for maybe a philosophy class, and the student did not prepare anything, and the teacher asked for their presentation, and then the student say, teacher, I didn't do it. You know how the teacher was. So it's hard to accept what is your answer. It's hard to accept for all the teachers, not only one teacher, all the teachers. I used to be a teacher, and I understand how it works. Yeah, I understand how it works. When I was in Cambodia, I used to be the English teacher in one organization. And then when I asked my students to do homework, I leave them to do homework. And my student did not do it to me. And then when I asked for, hey, give me a homework, and then they said, teacher, I have a lot of tasks to do, so now I don't do it. So can it tomorrow, or can be after tomorrow? I have a lot of work assignment. So I would do that. So that is most of people do it, and also almost our first students always do it. So you stop it. If you always keep it, means you are a procrastinator. Okay. Start more, but it's not more. And after you are learn each day, and then you can think at night what thing you gonna make. You make this thing, or you make another thing at night. Most of people are waste the time at night because they think that at night they have to relax their brain. So they get on Facebook, Instagram, Line, or WhatsApp, or something like that. So here's the most people face it. Don't do it. Okay. And then you choose your time, as I mentioned in the first thing. Before the start, you choose the time. What time is suitable for me? What time is suitable? Before lunch, or after lunch, or before dinner, or after dinner, and you keep do it. What time is possible for you? Keep do it. What thing is possible? Learn things is possible. Okay. One more. Make goals, or make a big goal into smaller. Yeah, make a big goal into smaller. So I always call on my freedoms because okay, so you have to make goal. Make a big goal to a smaller. Have you ever set your big goal? I think you have. Yeah. Sure, I used to do that, Samien. I used to do that. So that's why I have to pick up this topic for all of you, because one thing I have to always teach myself and educate myself. What should I do more? Because that also my weakness. I know myself. That's weak point. So yeah, again, so you have to learn about make a big goal into smaller. What's the big goal? Some people they think they can learn something very fast. Yeah, they think that something very fast. So you have to think that make it smaller and smaller. I give you one example. You have to learn a present perfect one day or 1 hour. So you make it just only 20 minutes. You learn present perfect just only for 20 minutes. That's enough for you. So you make it smaller and smaller. Why you need it smaller? When you need smaller, you can do it warmly. You can do it. You can do it firmly. That's the reason you have to do. Smaller and smaller. Don't try to learn something very big. So that's most people do it. You are a procrastinator. Start do it. Okay, and we have a lot more. We have a lot more in life, and you can analyze yourself in daily life. What should you do? What should you do in order to stop your procrastination? Your procrastination. Okay, this is the way for you to do before you start. So now the second step is when you begin. So what should you do when you begin? Or this is, they have a lot more. So when you begin, okay, distraction. Remove distraction. Remove distraction. What you should do in order to remove your distraction? We have a lot of distraction in your life, like a Facebook, a Twitter, and Line, or WhatsApp, and Instagram, or email, Gmail, a lot of things more in your life. That's the kind of distraction. Why I call it a distraction? Because most of the people always waste the time with this distraction. They will get on Facebook, they will take you a message with your friend, keep chatting with your friends, and text a lot of messages. And also sometimes your friends also a distraction. Why? Because your friends always take you a message, and you have to reply a lot of times. So it's kind of a distraction. Or sometimes it's kind of work. The work is kind of a distraction because it's gonna make you bored. Make you boring. It's kind of boring. Yeah. I'm using it. I mean, I'm started doing it. Okay, so you have to remove the distraction. Remove it. But remove in a secret distraction. What is a secret distraction? You just remove it, but you use it sometime. Yeah, use it sometimes. Or do not get on Facebook also an hour, 24 and 7s. Yeah, 24 and 7s. So it's not a good idea. You have to keep work sometime. You have to keep do something else beside your life. Do not always get on or any distraction. So this is secreting. Just only sometimes that you need. Like example, this is my hours, this is my time for making video. So here's a very important. You can come here and you turn it on or something. And one more thing, in your workplace, some people always get on a phone, or so this a kind of distraction. They always use their phone in workplace or in a meeting. When in a meeting, you always use their phone. This kind of distraction. So the work is not finished successfully. Not successfully in your life because of the kind of distraction. So keep do it and stop finish your procrastination and do it something more and successfully and dramatically and constantly. That's the way for you have to do in your life. Yeah, in your life. Okay. One more thing, you have to start the hardest part. Why I say that is the hardest part? Because that a kind of people always procrastinate. So a procrastinate is a hard part for you. That first of all, the first time that you have to stop it, it's very, very hard. Right? It's very hard. Have you ever think about you cannot do it, so you have to stop and you can do another thing else you have to do. It's hard for you. Yeah, it's hard for you. Very, very hard. But you start a hard part. You start a hardest part. When you start the hardest part, and then you can keep doing listen each day, and just a little each day, and you can successfully. So that's the way for you have to do with a hardest part. And most people face that great challenges. away, face it. So keep it and throw it away. Learn it. Start do it. That's the way for you have to do with or think in your life. Okay. One more thing. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. What do I mean? What I mean by that? Do it. What you are. What do you mean? In life, your distraction. You remove it. So start do it, and you start learning. Okay, start do it, and keep do it. Keep do it. So here's the way for you to stop procrastination. Okay. One more thing. After you are start a hardest part or a fastest. So each people use a different technique. So my technique is I love something that are the fastest. Some people love the hardest, or some people love the fastest. For me, it's the fastest I love. I always learn something fast. I love something fast because I think that when I learn something fast, I make my brain faster and faster. And I think my brain is very important. I have to keep my brain faster and faster. And have you ever think that your brain is gonna stop sometimes? So you have to train it. Train it from now. Yeah, train it from now. Your brain is very important. When you keep learning something new in your brain is very important. And when you do not doing or do not remove your distraction, so your brain is gonna stuck and it's so complicated in your life. Okay, complicated in your life. This is just some tip for you to learn, and the next tip is after you finish. So what should you do after you finish? Reward yourself. When you say, yeah, I can do it successfully, 100%. I do it automatically and constantly. Okay, you give yourself a reward. What's a kind of reward? You can give yourself a time, or give yourself a money, or you can give yourself a time for travel. When somebody asks yourself, hey, why you travel today? And then you talk to yourself that, because I reward myself that I'm stop my procrastination successfully and automatically. And then say, wow, it's a good idea to do that. Okay, here's the way for you. Today video, I hope that is very important to you, and I think this video can make you learn your daily life and keep learning and stop your procrastination. Okay, everybody, I think this speech is come to the end. And if you have any question, you can comment below. And if Vanessa gonna read it. And if you have any request to do or to talk tomorrow, after tomorrow, you think that topic is a great idea to talk about, you can comment below, and I have a nice time to look at it. Okay, I have to look at it. Actually, for my time, I spend for Facebook sometimes, although I think it's a distraction because I work from it. I get on some time. Okay, and daily day for 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, I always make a video live stream because I think it's just some of tips to learn and some of tips to show you how to learn something new in your life. So here's the way I can do. I just keep doing what I can. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. I have to read some comment. Have any comment? That is a good idea. And if you have any question, you can ask. I always call on my Vietnam beginners and youth. Oh, teacher, do you have your students your student Pikuni in MCU. I've learned the way to learn the English herself. She write English vocabs on the flashcard and they attached on the wall. Even in the restaurant, I think that's a good idea to practice English. Yeah, good idea, teacher. Good idea. I used to do that in my first English learning when I was in Cambodia. Yeah, when I was in Cambodia, when I first learning English, in my room, no place, nowhere doesn't have any post flash card. I would put all the flash card in my room when I was in Cambodia. Yeah, when I was in Cambodia. Also, in the top of my head, I write something in the top of my head, or in the back of my head, or in the back of my room. I would attach a flash card in my room, or in my restroom sometimes, and also write something. And when we and then we can see that we read something. So that's a good idea for you to learn something new in your life. That's the way for you to do. I mean, yeah, sure. um, I want to change that habit in my study. Sure, Samir, you can do it and learn it and practice from now. If you can do it and you stop your procrastination and start learning, your life will be successfully. Will be successful. I agree with that. Yeah. Okay, thank you for your sharing idea. Okay, thank you. So that is the idea for me, or that my tip I think is enough today. So if you have any question, okay, comment below. I'm very happy to see some of you come here and learn with me together. So if you have any time, you can come here and learn with me. So nice to see you tomorrow. I'm gonna have a time. I'm gonna pick up a new topic to learn about your life and about English. Learning English is a great idea for you now. It's a very, very important to learn with it, and you have to choose a different technique to learn your English. I love the way I am, so I learned the way I am before the English. So don't forget to learn with me each of the day, and little by little from 8 to 9. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I would like to say good night and have a good luck. Thank you very much for coming and learn with me. That's I think a good tip, and keep sharing if you like, or if you agree, sharing to the other people. If one people share, so your friend have 4,000 friends, so for maybe 2 of your 4,000 friends can watch it, and keep sharing if you agree, and if you don't agree, don't share it. Okay, here's just my last speech. Okay, thank you very much. Bye. Have a good day.